Lately, I've noticed something interesting happening in gaming. More and more people are getting into retro game collecting. Old consoles, cartridges, and discs have become expensive. Yet, I still see people in their early 20s, people who weren't even around during those eras, actively hunting these things down. And that's fascinating because modern games are incredible, there's no denying that. They're bigger, more detailed, more technically impressive than anything we could have imagined back then. But at the same time, there's something they often fail to capture, something older games have naturally and still capture our attention. Recently, I've been revisiting games from my childhood on the PlayStation, Nintendo Entertainment System, and Game Boy Advance. One of them is Demolition Racers on PlayStation 1. It's not a game many people talk about anymore, and some probably don't even remember it, but it means a lot to me. And while replaying it, I kept asking myself the same questions. Why do so many of us return to old games? Why do they sometimes feel better than brand new releases? And is nostalgia really the only reason, especially when younger players are building retro collections of their own when they haven't even experienced that era? One of my biggest frustration with modern games is how much friction there is just to start playing. Every time I boot something up, there's an update. But when I load an old game, it's exactly the same as it was years ago. No patches, no hotfixes, no internet connection required, unless fans went out of the way to modify it later. Else, that game exists exactly as it did on day one. And those games felt complete. You bought the game and that was it. No DLC, no battle pass, no daily rewards nudging you to come back. And if you're playing on original hardware, there is no second screen pulling your attention, no Discord, no YouTube tab open. Sure, I could reach out from my phone, but most of the time I don't even think about it. I get locked into these older experiences. I felt this recently while replaying Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone on PlayStation 1. I found myself exploring the levels the same way I did as a kid, wandering, getting lost, trying to figure things out on my own. I wasn't using Google for solutions or checking guides. I wasn't scrolling social media. It was just me and the game. It was that personal. Back then, even when a game was hyped, once you had it in your hands, the noise disappeared. There weren't streamers telling you how to feel about it, no endless discourse about the developers, no algorithm deciding what you should enjoy or think about this particular game. If you liked the game and that was it, that was enough. And a lot of those games were rough around the edges, but it didn't matter. They still felt special, they still surprised you, and you never really knew what was waiting around the corner. Sometimes you didn't even know what kind of game you would pick up. You might have rented something purely because the cover art looked cool, and that sense of mystery was exciting. That feeling still exists today. Honestly, when I stumble across a game on PlayStation or Steam, know nothing about it, and make a snap decision to buy it, those are often the moments when I enjoy games the most. Going in blind, discovering things for myself. Nostalgia absolutely plays a role in all of this, but it's not just about the games, it's about the people and the time surrounding them. When I play Demolition Racers, I don't just remember the game. I remember split screen sessions at a friend's house, destroying each other's cars for hours, trying to win first place. Summer vacations spent in 2002 playing X-Men, Mutant Academy, and countless other PlayStation titles. When I boot up Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Fighters on NES, I remember my friends crowding around the TV, taking turns discovering special moves through trial and error. No internet, no guides, just experimenting, sharing button combinations, feeling proud when we found something new. That sense of discovery felt earned, and that's what felt exciting about gaming. You could call all of this rose-tinted nostalgia glasses, and sure, that's part of it, but truth is, the world really was different back then. The internet was new, social media barely existed, people weren't constantly angry online, hating a game wasn't an identity, there weren't channels dedicated to outrage for clicks and revenue. Games were an escape in a purer way. When I turned on my NES or PlayStation 1, everything else faded away. No notifications, no endless feeds, just immersion. And sometimes these games felt like company. As we get older, life gets heavier, things stop surprising us, but we still crave that feeling of being lost in something. Maybe that's why we return to old games, and maybe that's why younger players are drawn to retro games too. Nostalgic for time they never lived in. The same way many of us feel nostalgic about the 80s or the 90s. Also, gaming was kind of like a ritual back then. Sitting through startup screens, hearing the console boot sound, waiting for the memory card to load, listening to the disc spin inside the tray, even buying the game was an event. You went to a shop, you browsed the shelves, you flipped boxes over and read the back. One of my favorite memories is opening a new game for the first time, and that smell. Every new game had that same smell. And on the bus ride home, you would read the manual front to back, imagining what I was about to play. You own those games, you still do, unlike digital libraries on Steam or PlayStation that can disappear when servers shut down. Or maybe the company will lose a copyright and that title will disappear from your library. There's something melancholic about booting up old hardwares too. Seeing your old avatar on systems like Wii or Xbox 360, frozen in time, it reminds you of how much time has passed. And it also reminds you of how games were there for you through the tough times, through tough jobs, through relationships, through depression. For me, franchises like Castlevania, Zelda, Metroid, Silent Hill, and Dragon Ball Z carried me through some very hard moments. And maybe escapism worked better back then because there were no achievements telling you how to play, no endless objectives pulling you forward. You moved at your own pace, you made your own path. That doesn't mean modern gaming is bad at all. There are incredible games being made even today, and there will be incredible games in the future. The industry is always evolving, but revisiting the games I grew up with reminded me how deeply they shaped my tastes, my creativity, and who I am as a person. If you made this far, thank you for listening, and thank you to everyone who supported this channel. It genuinely means the world to me. If you enjoyed this, feel free to check out my other videos as well. Thanks for being here, and thanks for watching this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.